Hello? That was a little bit quicker than I wanted. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Let's undo that. There we go. Let's get set up. Let's have a look over here. That's really where we're going to be. Quick peek in there. That should work. Hi. All right. Deep breath. Thank you. Got a thumbs up. And I don't see anybody, but I see you. So thank you. Let's go ahead and hit that chat. And there you are. Welcome in. Everything's a little bit rushed, but that's pretty normal around here. So let's do that. I am going to do a quick live for, quick live for me. Probably an hour. I got a few turquoises to do. That is some pretty rough stuff. I have no idea what it looks like inside. This one, we sort of have a decent idea of what this looks like inside. And we'll see if we can make one stone out of that. Excuse me. Possibly this one. This is the Kingman. It was pretty pure on the top and a lot of quartz on the back. And this one is another piece of turquoise. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know. We might have to make a thin canoe or maybe something like that. But we're going to work on all these. I am a wuss when it comes to the cold. So I have hot water in here right now. And we're going to show you one little commission that I got going. I'll wait for a few people to come in. But let me get my drink real quick. And we're just gonna start up. A little bit of noise. I work on a Diamond Pacific Genie, and she's been doing really well lately. I think we're gonna start on the cheap. Where was it from? La Verde. Hey Doug, how you doing today? So we'll do this one next. Hi everybody, welcome in. So doing sort of a quick live today for me, probably an hour or so. I got a few different pieces to cut. This is the cheap stuff. This was the not as cheap stuff, but really nice. And then this was some smoky Kingman, but this particular piece looks pretty pure through it. There's a big chunk of quartz on the back that's got to go, and then we might get into that. And then my commission for the week, I got a small check for the stuff that I did last week, which was nice. And then my jeweler, well, the person who does ask me to do commissions for him, loves doing sand casting. And he does big chunky pieces, sand cast, bejeweled, kind of wizard-like stuff. And we're not going to do this today, but he gave me this chunky thing. So you can see the 3 pieces of wire that he went through there. And then I don't know if he just added the silver to make it sort of semi-brutalist. But that's pretty chunky. He'll clean it all up once I cut the stone. And yeah, me too, Doug. And this was the piece. So I did that other piece of crazy lace last week, and then he gave me this one to do. He wanted me to choose a stone, but I know he had an idea of me coming in here somewhere. So we're not gonna do this today. Maybe we'll do this Sunday. So somehow I got to do a free form to fit in there. He'll clean up that whole setting. And I'm thinking there's sort of like a little alien looking face thing in the middle there, which may well work. Hi Nelson, how you doing today? And this looks really nice, but this part I happen to know is soft. It's like a quartz. It's actually see-through. I don't have my light out here. Do I have a light out here? I don't have a light out here today. But that's see-through and it's really soft, so I can't really use that. And I'm gonna come in, get some of the squirrelies down here, maybe find a face in there somewhere, and then he'll put it in there. I think his favorite piece in the world is a meteorite that he has, and on one side it has an alien face, and on the other side I think it's like pirate skull and bones. But it's a big chunk too. He has a big, I'll have to get a picture of it, but it's a big chunky meteor that he's had for a long time. But we're going to work on these pieces, and I think we're going to start with this one. This was the La Verde Turquoise from Mexico. Heavily stabilized. My water's still warm, so we're going to get going. Alright. Yeah, I got another game I'm going to tonight, so I think what are we gonna do? Well, I'm gonna take this back down to see how it flattens out. So let's get you in here a little bit closer like this. That should work like that. Perfect. Really? Hey Matt, how you doing? I have a couple little pieces of meteorite, and I have one that is a possible that I'm gonna have to take to the university to have them test. So let's flatten this back. It's gonna be a bit noisy. Because they've been so good, I'm actually gonna put some gloves on. Gloves today to see how these work. I'm trying not to muck up my hands too much today. Yeah. Sorry for the quick delay, but we'll be there in a second. I hope. There we go. There we go. I'm going to put one of the fingers on over here. I've got to get safetied up. Alright, so let's do this. Get my mask back on. Hey Stella, how you doing today? I'm going to bring this all the way in. So this is pretty heavily stabilized, so that's why I'm wearing the mask. Especially on these first couple of wheels. I'm going to bring this all the way in. So I'm actually going to do this for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes today, and then I got to clean up, get into some nicer clothes, and then go to the basketball game. So. How are you, Stella? So, I don't know all the properties of stones. I know a little bit, I guess. Do you have a channel, Stella? And well, it's got some nice color to it. So I have a question for you, Stella. So if a crystal has properties, or a stone or a mineral or a rock has properties, and it gets epoxied to stabilize it, does it change the effects of the properties of it and how it may heal you or affect you or whatever. Yeah, we have some places to go look for fossils, but we don't really have many like places to go look for agates or turquoise. So a lot of this I have to resort or source it out. And the Tucson show in Arizona just started, I guess, this week. Maybe this last weekend it sort of started to get going. And hey Rob, how you doing today? And it's getting cold already. So yeah, the Tucson, Arizona Gem and Mineral show is going on. It goes on for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. And there's quite a few people who will be out there creating content for YouTube. So it's always interesting to watch. I would love to go out there, but not yet. And I know Lapidary Dave's going to be out there, but I know there's a lot of people out there doing content this week. And you get to see all the giant fossils, some of the cathedrals, like the amethyst cathedrals, and high-end gemstones. All the stuff that comes in from Morocco and Africa and Russia and pretty much stuff from all the way around the world. Yeah, who is it? So J&V Rock Hounding, Matt. He has a channel, Captain Vicky, and I think he's up Kentucky way. I need more water in here. It's actually steaming. So the water is hot enough and the weather is cold enough for it to be steaming out here. But yeah, there's some beautiful agates in Kentucky. I don't know, we need to go up in the summertime and take a hike around, I think. So, trying to decide which way to cut this down. I think I know. Hi everybody, welcome in. Trying to do some quick cuts, so I might not be in the chat quite as much today. I think so too. I'm just trying to decide. So I was going to start that as the back. This stuff is a little speckly for my liking. I don't know if you can see. Not too bad. It's got like this quartz mixed up in it. The color still shows really well. Alright. So now I've got that little hole out of the middle. I can, almost like mossy. I can take it down from the other side, and then we'll decide which way we're going to do it. Sunday is going to be absolutely frigid, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the live on Sunday. It might be a bit of a show and tell. Maybe I'll do some silversmithing. But I really don't want to burn the house down because I'm not a professional at that yet. I'm not a professional at this yet. I have some experience behind me. dusty, way too dusty. What is going on? That would help. Yeah, I gotta make sure I got that water going. This stuff is wicked. This is very heavily epoxied, and I don't want any of that going in my lungs. Okay. So run around the outside. Got a semi-shape going, and then we're going to start bringing this top down. I do have some opal that I got. Why is that good? Maybe it's not dust, maybe it's the steam. So yeah, I have an opal that we started 2 weeks ago. It is a black opal. It's got some brilliant blues in it. And I was going to do it Sunday, but like I said, it's going to be freezing Sunday, so we might have to do it next Thursday when it starts to warm up a little bit. But if you go back, not last live, but I think the live before that, either 2 or 3 lives ago, we started it from the knobby, from it being a knobby, a black knobby, and we did a couple, so I was successful with 1 out of 3. But it's beautiful. If I do it right, it's going to be worth a few dollars. And I'm thinking it should, if I do it, I've cut quite a bit of opal, but I've never really cut some really high top quality AAA gemmed black opal before. So it does cause a little bit of anxiety, and I'm hoping it should pay for everything that I bought. Alright, and bring the top down, and then this should stop screaming at us. Keep an eye on the time. Gotta be careful about rushing this too. When you start rushing, it's when you make mistakes, or I'll end up wearing my fingers down too much. I know, Nathan. It depends. It depends on if it's stabilized or not. It depends on if it's natural. It depends on where it came from. And it depends on the quality. So 90 to 95% of turquoise is stabilized. Even though many would tell you differently, because everybody says they got the natural stuff, but natural turquoise costs a lot of money, and you need to know who you're purchasing it from to really know if you're getting the real stuff or if you're just getting something that's stabilized. So I specifically bought this. Yeah, right, Matt. I specifically bought this as a test. This was the cheapest by the bucket turquoise. It was $100 a pound, which means it was like, what, 20 cents a gram? Something like that. And around there. And that's really, really cheap. So there's a lot of turquoises out there that'll go for $10 a gram or even $20 a gram. And then when it's cut, it can cost $10, $20 to $50 a carat. So this was a purchase from a new seller, and you know, for what I paid for it, it's just really good. Is it great stuff? Not particularly. Fun to cut. Alright. Now Nathan, I'm not going to take too much off. I'm just bringing it down around probably 7 millimeters on the girdle for right now, and then we're going to move over. How are we doing on time? We're good. We are doing good. Alright. So I've got a little bit of a bug in the middle. See that rough spot? And that's what I'm trying to get out, Nathan, is just that little rough spot. Yeah, I don't think the next ones we work on will be quite as hard. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to cutting that opal with you guys. And I'm going to need some help with it because I'm not sure which way to face it. It's got color through and through and from front to back. So I'm going to need your help on it. Maybe I'll do a post and do like a little poll on YouTube for which side to cut. Alright, a little less noise. That's good. And a little less epoxy dust in the air as well. Let's get the back flat. And we're just going to get this to the third wheel today. Had an interesting week. We got the puppy, and the puppy's doing great. Although he did wake up a little early this morning, so I've been up since like 5 this morning, which for me is like a little too early. I was a night owl most of my life, so somehow they turned me into not a 9 to 5, but even worse, like a 6 till 6 guy, 6 till 5 guy. So my days are long, but I only have 4 of them, and it gives me some time on my time off to do this. And maybe one day this will just supplement sort of my retirement. That's kind of the plan. Alright, looking pretty good. They say it's got that like webby look on it. It's really weird. Great color. So yeah, thank you all for being here. It is a shitty poo. I mean, it's a Shih Tzu. Did you hear the cry from outside? It's a capoodle. No, it's a mix of a poodle and a Shih Tzu. He's really cool. He's tiny. He's still under 4 pounds. And he's only 14 weeks now. So he's doing great. He's already into training. He sits, he fetches and brings it back. He drops it. He tells you when he wants to go outside, to go to the lavatory. So he's doing really well. Dusty, this came from a place called Sonora River Minerals in Arizona. The turquoise itself came from La Verde in Mexico. And there is a longer name for the town, but I I don't remember it offhand. It begins with a B. But I want to say like Balenciago or something, but that's not right. But if you look up La Verde Turquoise for Mexico, it's kind of weird looking. Not bad though. I mean, for what we paid for it. Yeah, I'm just going to take the top of the girdle down a little bit more. So yeah, once again, we are not going out to Arizona for the Tucson show, but we're going to do it one day, one time. Maybe next year. Maybe we'll do it for my birthday next year. That's not a terrible idea. In fact, that's a great idea. I've got some more of this one coming. Dusty. This next one I like a lot. So we're just going to take this to the third wheel. Hi everybody. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I need, what am I looking for? I think I need like a $10 super chat. And I'm not really asking you guys, I'm just telling you where the channel's at. Because they take away quite a bit when people come in and super chat you. You know, if I didn't have the platform, I wouldn't be getting anything. So, but to get my first check from YT, I think I have $6.48 to go to get to 100. And that would be 100 on my first month of being monetized. So I don't know. They take quite a bit. And we don't get anything for these lives. We only get... I can't. Let me show you the little guy. Just as an update. Let's see if we can do this without making too much of a mess. Hello, little guy. There you go, Matt. He eats all the treats.
I love it.
Yeah. I got some in my pocket. But... All right. That's Toby. He's doing really well. His training, he's doing fantastic. So. We thought about naming him after a rock after we'd already named him, so. I came up with Turkey, but she wouldn't let me call him Turkey. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, super chat stuff. Yeah, I got monetized in like December 31st. So if I get one check, I'll be done. I'll be satisfied. It's kind of like when I got my first check from the jeweler that I do commissions for. It sort of made some of my lapidary official. Oh, sorry, thank you. Hey Ryan, how you doing? So yeah, when I got my first like paper check from the local jeweler, I kept it. It was only like $30, I think, for recutting a stone. But even though I don't really accept it, and I'm my biggest critic, it did make it almost like official that I could do lapidary as a business to some extent, which is a huge compliment. And now I think I've got like 7 or 8 checks from him, and he's still sending work my way. And actually the compliment he gave me the other day, he doesn't know he's giving me a compliment, or maybe he does, maybe he's just buttering me up. But he was like, yeah, it's really nice to have a local lapidist these days. That was pretty cool. Alright, so some wishy-washy, it's got nice color in it, but and that's not the epoxy. The epoxy is a different color. So Not bad. Not for what I paid. Not bad at all. Let me see if I can do a quick screenshot. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. Pretty good. If we can get 3 done, I'll be happy. So let's try this little one. This was the Smoky Kingman. I'm going to take off that whole back. I'm going to go straight over to the 80s. Yeah, it's weird stuff, Ryan. I mean, it was $100 a pound, so, you know, you get what you pay for. Right. I'm just going to take this, it's like quartz all the way down. I'm just going to take it all the way off the bat. Might take a few minutes, well, a little while. For an 80 grit, this is wearing out pretty quick. So I'm going to take most of that quartzy looking stuff all the way down. I'm going to leave a couple of millimeters just for stability. Maybe. Hey Liz. So happy you could make it. Liz has been a huge supporter all the way from the beginning. And I appreciate that very, very much. Let's get all this not so pretty stuff off. Look at that. Just not the best of it. Alright, the water's still warm and doing good. Gonna try and do this one as quick as I can. Okay, now I'm starting to see a little sort of black gunge coming, which means I'm probably reaching some pyrite or hematite. So some sort of metal inclusion. Could always be like a black shirt. Alright. Let's see what that was. So as you can see, it's like quartz. And there's that little black spot. Probably chert. That's C-H-E-R-T. Alright, pretty much down there. I'm going to leave it on for right now, but I might take that back off completely. I'm going to try and take some of this top off. Oh yeah, it's much softer on the top, so I may use that quartz on the bottom to my advantage. Start rounding that off. Whew. I have no idea what to do for the shape here. Definitely have to change my wheel out. Hey Stephen, how you doing today? I know you've been traveling the world like I have. Yeah. Sort of rounding off the edge and giving it a girdle. So you get some sort of consistency around the girdle. Alright, getting closer. Look at that. Weird stuff. This is actually, this came from the Kingman bags from Tim and Dave. This piece happens to be a little more pure in color. Alright, pick some more of that back up. See how that formed together there? It's almost like it was the toroidal. I'm afraid if I take all the quartz off, the stone's going to snap into it. I almost got it all off there. Locked up in there. If you get my keys, I can find the keys. Request for the gas can, which I think I got locked up somewhere. Yeah, I got a lot of my stuff locked up, so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Steve, we got the weather going to be a bit nippy down here on Sunday, but I can't imagine what it's going to be up by you. All right. I'm trying to do three things in my head right now. So. Let me round up this space. What happens when you rush? Maybe we don't need that request anymore. Bring that up. How are we doing? I'm good. I'm good. Doing good on time. Yeah, if you'd only just joined, so I came on a little bit earlier today. I'm going to leave a little bit earlier. I have a ladies collegiate basketball game to go to. I don't know if it's televised tonight or not. It might be. Alright, excuse me 1 second. Oh, okay. Taking out some of the major facets off the top. Bring that in just a little bit right there. I think I'm going to round off this corner a little bit right here. That's really all I got to do. I'm just trying to make it a little more symmetrical. And that's just me being me. So yeah, Sunday's going to be freezing. Hey John, how are you today? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you saying hi in the chat too. A little bit. Straighten this up a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. Alright, that's not bad. Going to the third wheel. So it's not a terrible shape. Gotta bring that in a little bit there. And I'm working on the 280. It's a soft wheel. But it still has the same, or it has a grip that's a little bit more aggressive than the last wheel. But let's see. I am not doing well on my symmetry here. That's a bit better. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, thank you all for being in here. Ryan, Liz, Stephen, Dusty, John, really appreciate it. I don't know if any of you are going to the Tucson show or not. Or if you'll just be watching like me, wishing I was there. Get the back down. Pretty much took all that quartz off. I think we got time for one more. So I've still got 3 wheels to go on this. Yeah, I do too. So, do that real quick. It's a really nice color though. So it came from the Kingman mine, probably grade B, maybe C. It has all that quartz in it. A little bit of hematite in there. That needs to be cleaned up right there too. And a lot of times, it does have pyrite sometimes in it. And then also, it gets this smoky matrix to it sometimes too. This just happens to be a little more pure. It almost looks like a Sleeping Beauty. Now that's my ride coming, you just heard. The planes arrived. The plane, sorry. Fantasy Island. Hey Betty, how are you? I saw you struggling with your organization. We all have that problem. Some more than others. I might be one that has, yeah. So this is the possible, it's Campitas, but could possibly be Alpine Village. See, you can tell Alpine just from the little mountains there. That's not true. And yeah, let's see what we can do. This will be the, I think this will be the last stone. I'm going to go around the edge. I don't know why this is so dusty today. I don't like it. I do have a mask on, just so you all know, but I still don't like it. I'm going to bring those mountains in a minute. I don't know what is going on. think I gotta clean my wheels on the sides. Maybe if I wet it in there. And so I'm just wetting the inside of my wheels. There's a lot of dust coming out today. I don't like it. And I try to be as safe as possible. I'm not always the best with safety, but I try. It's still going. Why is that? I've got plenty of water coming on here. Oh, there you go. Sorry, Ryan, I did it again, huh? This is not a commission piece. Need to hire you up, Ryan. And shoot. I might actually... I do have a commission piece. But it's an agate. I'll share it after we get done with this. I don't know if I want to keep this little piece on there or not, because I was going to make this the top anyway. So I think I'm going to make this the top. Maybe I'll leave that for right now. Maybe. Let's see. I'm just going to bring the top down. Maybe I'll leave the other side sort of nuggety, just to give it that natural look. And then if somebody wants me to take it off, I will. If not, I can leave it that big nuggety and have it sort of two-sided. No, so that's not a commission either. None of these are commissions today anyway. So no. It's actually a really nice piece. So this is a little different. I have to bring down the edge to the girdle, but my girdle is going to be a little wonky on the back, but still at a degree, like a 7 or 11 degree, so that it can be set. And it's looking really good actually. So, and it's going to try and even the dome out a little bit. And maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I don't do this for a living, I mean, it all helps for sure. I think I've got $10 to go before I get my first check from YouTube. But I don't do this for a living, so I can kind of be a little more creative with what I'm trying to do. Alright, John, if you are interested, I mean, shoot, I'd sell it for like $20. Got a little bit of the quartz on the back. It is a little bit rounded on the back. Could be always be flattened out. It's probably, let's see. I still got 3 wheels to go with it. Let me weigh it real quick. I'll tell you what it is. Come on. So my fingers are so cold. Quick peek over here. You can even weigh it real quick. So it is wet. It weighs 3.3 grams, so it's 15 carats. So if you wanted, I'd do, you know what? I'd do $15 and you'd have to pay for shipping, which wouldn't be much. But I would finish it up and yeah. So if you want to make contact with me, you can go to sir, period, as in the dot, sir.rocksalot at outlook.com. And just send me an email real quick, how I can contact you. And then I would have to take payment either through Zelle. It would have to either be Zelle or PayPal. Hey Kyle, thank you so much. Now you're getting there though. Sounds like you finally got past all the permitting and everything, which is fantastic. So if you guys don't know Kyle, probably one of the best rock sellers, specimens, cabochons, fossils, probably one of the best on YouTube, if not the best. Certainly the nicest. And yeah, just shoot over to his channel and subscribe. So even if you have a rainy day and you're not buying, it's still fun to go over there and lurk a little bit and see what other people are buying. But he just built his whole new shop. Of course, I'm sure he probably wanted to have it done before the winter time, and now it's winter time. And yeah, permitting can be a hassle. Oh, now you got the tow truck. I'm sorry. So, talking of tow trucks, while we were sitting here, my wife just came in to tell me that our son was asking for the gas tank. And I have it locked up somewhere, and I'm sure I don't know if he was mowing the lawn or he had to go get gas for somebody. Sorry to hear that too, especially in the wintertime. They're just giving it a nice little dome. That. Good. And I need to bring it down here. That's good. Alright. So what have we got left? Oh wow, we're getting close. I got like 8 minutes to do this. Then I'll show you the commission that I'm working on again. And then I gotta run. So what's funny about leaving this little nodule on the back, it's really handy to hold on to when you're moving it on the wheel. I don't know why that worked. Maybe I need to keep little nodules. And then you guys, like I said, I'm going to be probably about only like 8 minutes we'll do this, and then I'll show you the commission, and then I got a basketball game to go to. But Rock Betty Rock is on here, and she needs some help with organizing her rock collection. Now, she actually, I think, is selling some of her rock, and she was trying to organize it all this morning, I think. But you can also just go over to her channel and subscribe. She's here, and she's on that other Tiki Toki Tucky Tiki channel. Alright, this is looking really nice. Look at that. It's actually almost smooth. And I've still got plenty of stone to work with, so. I actually really like this material. It is stabilized. It is probably Mexican. It's either Campitos or some alpine village that got mixed in with some Campitos. Move on over. Thank you for all the thumbs up. We really appreciate that. We are now on the 280 grit. Just going to blend in that top edge a little. And then Sunday, we'll find something to do Sunday. Come in, it's going to be something different. I don't know if we're going to just do show and tell. I got lots I could show you guys. But, I don't know, we might have to do it inside because it's going to be pretty frigid and nasty. So the way I did this, just for giggles, I can pull this off now. Let's turn that off a second. That's pretty much done. So let me get a quick picture of that. Like that. So yeah, it looks really nice like that. And I left it all nuggety on the back. But hopefully, going around the stone, the top of my girdle is pretty even. And that way, it could, yeah, maybe. I thought about silversmithing too, Ryan. Miss Frecklecat's still working with the wire wrapping. She had a little issue with her thumb, which doesn't help. So yeah, this could still be set because I put the girdle on it at an angle all the way around, and could be set with an open back with that nuggety, and I might just take maybe a wire brush or a wire brush Dremel piece and just go over that, or maybe just polish this. So all right, Dusty, cool. Thank you, I appreciate that. I gotta find it. What did I do with it? Where did we put it? Oh, there it is. So, thought I lost it already. So yeah, I'll keep this safe. That's the back. I'm gonna go ahead probably tomorrow afternoon when it's a little warmer, and I'll finish it up, and then I can send pictures. But if anybody's interested, we can always work something out. So yeah, very happy. Look at those. Not bad for an hour. So 3 in an hour. I mean, I still got some to do as far as working on the other wheels and putting it on the Zan. Let's get the apron off. I really appreciate you coming in today. Let me show you this commission real quick. I showed it at the beginning. So my jeweler friend, he's been in business for 40, 50 years. His family probably for 100. And he likes his brutalist sand casting. So he gave me this. I'm not a fan, but you know, you do what people ask. And he really just took some thick gauge silver wire, did some additions to it, and he gave me the stone. It's like a fire. It's sort of in between a crazy lace agate and just an agate. But he seems to see something up in this triangle that would fit nicely in that triangle. And I think it's going to be something like that. And hopefully we can keep those two eyes and that alien-looking face in there and somehow get that in there. I might have to go a little bit bigger. I have to be careful of this right here because this is just a quartz or a chalcedony. It's a fill. It's very soft. So I'm sure, Dusty. I know I've been listening. So I catch on to a few things while I'm listening in the chat, and yeah, you're like a walking turquoise mine, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, that's that. And then we got the 3 stones from today. Thank you all for being here. Kyle, thank you so much for that super chat. That gets me, I've got like $5 to go to get to 100, which will be my first check from YT, from YouTube. And looking forward to that too. So if one more person would hit that thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It'll make me to 50. Thank you all for coming in. I'm going to come on live whenever it's possible to come on live this weekend. I'm trying to get to like 1 million views, which would be freaking fabulous, and totally unexpected. And so it all depends on the weather. And I've got an estate sale to go to on Saturday. And yeah, we'll come on live maybe once or twice in the next 3 days. So thank you all for being here tonight. Really appreciate you. Stay so warm. Stay with your family over this weekend. It's going to be brutally cold. And yeah, stay safe. Thank you. Love you all. And we'll see you in the next one. So in the meantime, take care of each other. And most of all, take care of yourself. Cheers now. Love you guys. Bye now.